Talk about the games and shit.
This could be the last episode of Yooka-Laylee.
Yeah, for a while at least.
Yeah.
Taking a break at least. I want to do something like important in this episode at least.
Yeah.
Anyway,
no,
oh no, fuck this. I'm not. I don't like this part. We're not doing this now. Anyway, anyway, it's a whole lot of work for one page. I don't want to do it right now.
Okay, that's fair.
So what Ellie said before was she feels like if people if people on YouTube are doing something that you can do in a more professional format, they should do that. Is that what you're saying, basically?
Yes.
Like, see, she and I had this discussion before, and I feel like it's harder to have. Okay, there are YouTubers who have gone to the mainstream. There are YouTubers who have had like success and who have gone on to like TV.
Yeah.
Like Fred, we talked about Fred. He had like a Nickelodeon movie, like a couple of them. Annoying Orange had like a series on Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Like a TV series on Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
And it was both instances it didn't go well at all.
Yeah.
It was not well received. As much shade as people throw at those kinds of series is like, they did have like a soul, and being on fucking cable TV kind of killed that soul. I feel like it felt very much like a network television, like executives fucking going over this thing and kind of just taking it in a direction that they want to take it in without caring about the original.
Yeah.
And I feel like what's the girl's name in on Nerdy Nummies? Rosanna. If she did like make it on Food Network or whatever,
she actually has been on Food Network.
Right, but if she was given like her own show or something,
she should.
It would not be good. I promise you, it would not be as good as Nerdy Dummies. It would not have the same feeling. It would not have the same like. It would feel scripted. She would have to just say whatever they told her to say, and she wouldn't be able to be herself. It wouldn't feel the same. I promise you that, because it rarely ever does. Mm-hmm. But when you say like okay, the Game Grumps, they've been expanding into they've been doing live comedy tours.
Yeah.
Where they it's the same deal. They're Let's Playing, but in front of a live audience. They've been doing fucking sellout.
Alert from system UI.
They've been doing shut up computer. They've been doing fucking sellout shows, live shows. Yes, please. While I talk. And that's great and all. But I feel like, and what we were talking about Grimm's Toy Show. He does backyard wrestling videos. But he also wrestles for he also wrestles for indie promotions, not huge ones, but like little ones, and he's like a tag team champion at this one promotion, this one indie promotion. So it's cool to have professional success, but see what my major problem with that is, a lot of times when that happens, the people who have that success will often forget where they came from. Honestly, you think it's good to move on to whatever, to do something professional, and yeah, it's good, whatever. Careers are great. Careers are good to have. I'm going to expand that real quick.
Okay.
But my quarrel comes with the people who do find that success and then completely abandon their fans and their viewers and the people that kind of brought them that success.
Yeah.
There's tons of YouTubers I used to watch back in the day who just don't upload anymore.
Yeah.
Or just fucking disappeared and never came back.
Yeah.
Or took on a less strenuous YouTube thing, like vlogging.
Yeah.
The easiest money grab you could possibly do. It shows that they've lost passion for what they used to do and the thing that brought them that success. And it's good to fucking have success and career and everything, but there is definitely something to be said for remembering where you came from, remembering your background, and never leaving it behind completely just feels like a dirtbag thing to do.
I'm not saying that they should. I'm just saying that if you're doing something on YouTube that can be done in a more professional environment, then you should do that instead, because you will make more money, but if you remain humble and remain close to your fans, that's always the better option.
I guess, but I know there are a lot of people who just prefer it on YouTube because they can call their own shots, they can do whatever they want. There's not executives or bosses breathing down their necks and force them to do something that force them to do things that they feel like they shouldn't or aren't something they should do. Mm-hmm. There's a certain, as much as I've talked about how PC culture has been has a chokehold on YouTube and like people are getting like screwed because of it. There is this is a reference actually. So see that ice key? That is a reference to Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, cute.
I could explain it, but it won't make a lot of sense to non-fans. Fans, you get it. You understand. You know what it's referencing. Anyway, there's something to be said for being able to call your own shots and being able to like do what you want to do. I think it's good that certain YouTubers have like made the transition, and like I like the ones that make the transition and then like don't leave behind the thing that made them popular, you know?
Yeah.
And honestly, I feel like having that kind of like point of view where it's like you could be doing better but you're not. Like, so I've heard you're not gonna like this, but I've heard feminists make that same argument about women. Like, why would you be a stay-at-home mom? You could be this.
Oh, I hate people who like that.
Yeah,
oh my god.
But like, do you see where I'm coming from? Like,
yeah.
If you want to be a stay-at-home mom, fucking be a stay-at-home mom. You know,
Yeah.
like, you shouldn't be doing something like bigger because like society like kind of strong arms you into doing it. Like, you should do what makes you happy. You should do what you want to do. And if that thing is like, making content on YouTube, then fucking, who am I to say don't? You know, like, just because you can, like, make the jump to mainstream, and like do all this stuff with like big companies and stuff, does not necessarily mean you should, you know?
Yeah.
Like the whole thing with the Fine Brothers, where they tried to fucking copyright the word react and like start this whole corporate like.
React.
Yeah, this corporate React like video
React
scheme.
World or
yeah.
whatever the fuck it was called.
And it was like so widely rejected because people fucking saw what they were trying to do and people saw like what it was and they hated it. I think as much as like corporate as YouTube has become, people don't want it to become like fully like that. Because we've seen what happens when people try to do that. So like making the jump to the big time is great, but like I just think it's important to remember where you came from, remember your roots, remember like what brought you that success.
Yeah.
And just leaving it behind completely just feels like a dick move to me. I don't know.
I mean, I'm not saying don't do that. I'm saying, do what you love. Just do it in a more professional environment because, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, if you want to do that, yeah. But like, no one should be. I just feel like nobody should be forced to do something that that feels out of their comfort zone, or that I feel like if someone's comfortable where they are, and like, see, like Grimm, yeah, he does backyard wrestling videos, but if you look at his Christmas video, he provided like a great as far as just like presents and stuff, like, he provided a great Christmas for his fucking daughters.
Kids, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's good for him.
Yeah.
But I
And, like,
just don't like backyard wrestling. I think it's too
whatever. That's your deal. That's your own like thing. But I don't know. I just feel like if you're comfortable where you are and you're like making money where you are and you can live comfortably doing this thing, then yeah, maybe you can make the transition if you want. But like at the end of the day, you're kind of granted more creative freedom on the internet and on YouTube. Honestly, like as stifling as it is, like see that's the main problem. Like corporate entertainment will try to stifle you. They'll try to do what they think is best, and that's kind of what I think that's what people feel like is happening right now with the whole PC thing, where people aren't allowed to swear or anything. You know, it feels like corporations, advertisers are dictating what they can do on YouTube.
Yeah. And
we saw what happened when the Fine Bros tried to take the React series corporate, and everyone outwardly rejected it.
Yep.
And that's really what it comes down to. Like YouTube, I'll make one final point.
Okay.
When I loved YouTube, it felt independent. It didn't feel like corporations were getting fucking involved in it. It felt like it legitimately felt like people were. Okay, that's me. Hat. Oh, there's a hat. Great. Did I pick it up? Okay. I'm gonna assume I did. Can't see it, so I assume I did. But yeah, like I preferred, because especially in the early 2010s and like 2006, 2008, YouTube felt like Like, there was no fucking corporate shit going on. Like,
Yeah.
people were just making videos, like, by themselves and, like, just being creative. And there was no one trying to tell them what they could or couldn't do. And that's what I think is the main... That's my main complaint. That's what I think has been lost. Of all the things that we've lost from YouTube over the years, that's the big one.
Yeah.
The big one is people can no longer do whatever they want to do on YouTube.
Yeah.
And in some scenarios, that can be seen as a good thing, but as far as, like, I don't know, free speech, all that shit, like, YouTube used to be all about broadcast yourself. You can broadcast yourself doing whatever you want.
Yeah.
If it's, like, wildly inappropriate, we reserve the right to get rid of it.
Yeah.
But, like, at the end of the day, you're allowed to do and say what you want to do or say.
Yep.
You have that creative freedom. You're allowed to broadcast yourself and do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like we don't have that anymore. Like, we just lost that ability. Honestly, it all went downhill when Google purchased YouTube. Honestly, that's where it all went downhill. That's when, like, corporate shit started getting involved, and all these attempts to limit non-PC videos. I don't know. If I were to say, I don't want to quote Donald Trump, but fucking
don't give
the power back to the people. Okay, I'm quoting Bane. Fine, I'm quoting Bane.
There you go.
I'm okay with that. Give the power back to the people who made it what it is today. Like, there'd be no YouTube if it weren't for the fucking people who made it what it is.
Yep.
And that's not the creators. That's not the fucking corporate people. That's the users.
That is the
users.
guy.
The users exactly. The users deserve to have a say in what they're allowed to post and what they're allowed to create, because that's what it used. That's how it used to be. It's not like a new concept. That's what YouTube was when I was on it, and we've completely lost that ability with just people abusing copyright laws and abusing just using PC culture as an excuse to just censor people.
Yeah.
It's gone downhill in a big way, and it's really hard. As someone who remembers back when it wasn't like that, it's just a sad sight. It's just fucking depressing. It's like an N-wordless rendition of a Dr. Dre song.
Yep.
Thank you, Chris Rock. So yeah, that's my final comment about YouTube on this Yooka-Laylee series.
Woo.
The people that made YouTube what it is today, and that's the users, not the corporate people, deserve to have a say in what they can create and what they can and what they can do on YouTube, because that's how it used to be. That's the way it should be.
Agreed.
End of discussion. Thanks for watching Games and Chill. I pretty much just summarized my entire video. Maybe this will be... Well, people used to make videos where it was like, they talk about one thing, and hey, this was funny, people like this. I'll make a better version of it.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll end up doing that one day, who knows.
Maybe.
Until then, this is Yooka-Laylee. This is a great going I really love it. We'll come back to it eventually.
I love you.
But for now, I love you too. Thank you for listening to my fucking old man in my day rant.
Well, thank you for listening to my archaic views on how people should work.
Yeah.
I remember I was talking to Ken about this, and he was like, the 19th century just called. I think they want their ideas back, and I'm like, whoa! Damn, dude!
Harsh. Fucking harsh. Ken, tell it like it is. Even though you called me a fucking pussy for not watching Spartacus.
You are, though!
Don't scream. I have to edit that night, bitch. I'm never gonna watch it, so fuck you.
You're gonna watch one episode.
Fine.
Part of one episode.
I'm just not interested. I'm not interested in that fucking series.
You're not interested in boobs and blood and floppy wieners.
That's not a worthy substitute for fucking good writing.
I'm not saying it is. I'm saying it's entertaining.
Alright, well I'm not entertained by the same things as you.
Yeah, well, fuck.
Men and women are different. Well, they are. So yeah. Anyway.
Alright.
Thanks for watching. Next time on Games and Chill, I'm gonna scream at Ellie some more.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.